Keep on going, keep on going. There you go.
So it wouldn't be anything new to anyone that's been on the channel for, I'd say, about 3 years that we've had a broken down Toyota in this exact spot in my yard. Now I got this one for free. Let me show it to you. So this is Kermit, my 1998 Toyota RAV4 base with the 5-speed manual, and it has the rear LSD on it. I'm actually really excited for this little project. I was not expecting it. I got this for free from my uncle.
No. So since we can't get the car off the trailer with the Honda or pushing it, we are going to pull with the MDX's hook here, because it's just it just needs to be lightly tugged. Yeah, you can back up a little bit.
No, I can't back up. It doesn't have reverse.
No, but I can guide you. I push it. So turn the steering wheel. Go ahead. You die. Keep on going, keep on going. There you go.
This is like when I'm off-roading.
I'll fix it later. That's right. Yeah, that's a Fiasco and RAV4. Let's see how. You see how bad it is?
You'll see why I got it for free. Mechanically, it's pretty sound, except one little issue, and then there's a big issue on the back of the car. But yeah, this thing came from Canada, so the speedometer is actually in kilometers, which is actually very interesting to me. But let's take a tour of my RAV4. So yes, my free 98 RAV4 in green with the 5-speed manual. I'm honestly not sure where to start with this, because first, most of the body is okay. There's like damage here, which I don't know. There's a lot of things that I don't know how this happened to this car. A garage door in an apartment fell on top of the car. How, I have no idea. We have no idea where the keys are for the crossbars, but I want to put like the front one up here. I don't know why both of them are so close together. It's painted in this really nice metallic green. It just needs a bit of a paint correction and needs a whole lot of that. I may just repaint the whole car still green, but I honestly like the metallic green look. I'm also thinking about paint matching the bumpers, either green or just painting them black, because you could see the trim on the doors and the bumper isn't too faded, but I don't know what happened with the front bumper. There was a bunch of tape on top of here, and then it looks like this has been painted with spray paint. Something I love about these old RAV4s is the headlights are glass, so they're never going to fade. And I thought they were new, but they're the original headlights. So enough dilly-dallying. Let me show you what's actually happened with this car and why I got it for free. So you obviously see the door over there. Now that might be a giveaway. This RAV4 got rear-ended pretty bad. I don't know if it got rear-ended or what, because we don't know the full story of it. But we literally, well, my dad literally had to cut the door open because it was that jammed in. And we already have a new door and a lot of new parts. So we're at the junkyard now, and we found this, I think it's a 99 RAV4L, where you needed to remove the driver's side tail light, and we're now taking off the back door. So there's this wiring harness which is in the trunk connected to these. So you unplug these two. There's no videos on this. There's 3 bolts here, 3 bolts here, and 2 there, and then this should be coming right off. We also need to remove this piece of the bumper. Luckily, it's just this, and it looks like it's just 2 10mm here and there, and then this should come off easy. So this is where most of the damage is. We just put this plastic tarp on it because we took the door off, but that's really the only reason. I don't want it to, oh well, whatever. But we have a bunch of new parts for it. But what we're going to try to do, because you could see how the body of the car has kind of buckled, because like the door doesn't seal here. This door doesn't even open because it's jammed over here. So there are 2 holes. There's one here, and then there's a nice, strong, secure place. I'm gonna tie a tree to this thing and yeet it, and then try to see if I can get the body straight. Now, if I can't, and if the car is screwed, then we can do whatever we want with it and let it die. But I want to try to resurrect this little car. So this is most of the damage and why I got this for free. Now let me go inside. The interior is a complete mess right now, just because it's kind of turned into a shed, well, a parts yard. But this, let me start it up for you. This has the 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. I think it made like 150 horsepower. How do I turn this off? Oh my god, how do I turn this off? Copyright. God. Honestly, since I'm already talking about the engine, let me show you. Look at that, automatic windows that actually work. Headlights on. It's like a Saab Kyle 04 video. But under the hood of Kermit, if you can hear me over this racket, is a 2-liter natural aspirated 4-cylinder. I think it's around 150 to 160 horsepower. It's the same day. I just looked up the horsepower of a 1998 RAV4. And yes, it's a 2-liter, but I was way wrong about the horsepower. 127 horsepower. Okay. And something else interesting? The next gen RAV4 got an extra horsepower bump to 148 horsepower. Wow. The only issue that I can find under the hood is that grinding noise. But the engine runs great. It has plenty of life in it left. I'm gonna shut the hood because this is too loud. But let me show you the mileage. Now I had to calculate it because this car, because it's in kilometers, this has 303,000 kilometers, which is about 180,000 miles. And the owner's manual is in French, which is really cool. Thankfully, I can read French. That is really helpful because I wouldn't know. But what is there to learn on this car? Now you can see the interior needs some work. I don't know what happened to this radio bezel. I'm gonna try to hope I can find a bezel in the junkyard. Even the trim around this, oh my goodness. Cigarette lighter, which actually, I don't know if this works, but let me show you the other main issue. The reason why I took this boot off, I thought it was down here, but it's actually not. The shift linkages under the hood don't work because, let me show you. Well, it goes into first very sloppily, third and fifth, but second, fourth, reverse, nothing. It doesn't even go. It doesn't even go into the gears. Like, okay, so I'm gonna show you. I'm not gonna rear end this Prius, but let me show you. Nope. But in first, you can see it trying to move, but It's kind of sketchy. So I think it's the shift linkages under the hood. We're gonna try to figure that out. That'll be another video, because there's no videos online for it. But something nice about this being a 5-speed RAV4, which they're already kind of uncommon, I'd say, this has the center diff lock, and it works. So I'm going to take this thing off-road, single zone climate control. This is not really much of a review, but the horn, oh, this poor car, the horn's dying, but you could see the interior is in disarray. Mostly because this is interior, well, the bumper and a bunch of other trim pieces. We're gonna really clean this interior up. You could see how bad it is, but I'm pretty sure I can straighten this thing out. It's not gonna be perfect. I don't need it to be perfect because this is gonna be like an extra car for me and my dad. So we're just gonna see. So let me show you this. Back here, you could see how it's kind of smushed in here too, but I'm gonna get this thing straight. This is old parts, the old bumper and everything, but we're gonna really clean this thing up. We properly took the door off, but the rest of the interior, once it's all clean, we're gonna make this thing look brand new. It's gonna look pretty sharp once I'm done with it, but it looks like, oh my God, it looks terrible right now. Once this thing is actually, you know, straightened out and mechanically sound, I'm going to put all-terrain tires on this, maybe just slightly bigger, because you can clearly see these tires are worn down and they have dry rot on them. I wouldn't trust this thing, you know, well, the tires going on any road trip, but I'm probably gonna get Falcon Wild Peaks on this because it's a perfect all-around tire, maybe just a little bit bigger, but I'm not planning on lifting this like the Volvo. I do have to say I find these interesting because they're surprisingly off-road capable. I see a lot of people, well, not a lot, I see people on YouTube posting videos of these things with the center diff lock, and this one has the optional rear diff, well, rear LSD. I'm going to try to put this thing to the test and see what it will do. I have more faith in this car than I did with my XC90 going off-road. And it'll be interesting because I'm used to driving off-road with a stick shift and low range. This has no low range, so we're gonna try to work that clutch out. I think these have around 7 inches of ground clearance. Of course, it's a unibody with independent front and rear suspension, but I'm pretty sure this has more travel than my XC90 too. I'm not comparing these two, but let's see what this thing can do. I have faith in little Kermit. I'm honestly not sure when the next video will be up with Kermit, just because winter's coming, it's getting cold. Days like this where it's like barely 50, almost 60 are very rare, so we're probably gonna really crack down on this thing in the spring. But the first thing we're gonna do is try to pull the body straight and then work on the transmission issue. But I'm thankful and hopeful that it's not the transmission or the clutch, it's just the shift linkages, because it's very sloppy. Also, I'm not quite sure when this video will be up, but if anyone is interested in a Prius in the DMV area, we're selling this. It's a 2006, 141,000 miles, shameless plug. Clean interior. It has a new battery, well, new hybrid battery, and a new normal 12-volt battery. It's pretty clean. It just needs to be cleaned up. We're asking, well, I listed it at 5,000 just so there's some wiggle room, but shoot me an offer if it's still available and you're in Maryland. That's all I have to show you with Kermit. There's not a lot right now, but I just wanted to show this car to you actually on video because I've been teasing him in the community tabs. But we're going to see a lot more Kermit and a lot more Phantom and a lot more Selena in the coming months. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Stay tuned for more Kermit videos and Toyota videos and just all kinds of videos. You know me. But I'll see you in the next one. Bye, peeps.